Discipline 2, build the team to execute it. If a competitor were to copy your strategy tomorrow, would your exec team still give you the edge? The Olympic crew work not just on their technical brilliance and physical endurance, but also really hard on their teamwork. And working on the teamwork in organisations to create high-performing teams has transformative results. But when I work with teams and organisations, what I often see is 3 very disruptive patterns that prevent high performance in teams. The first one is the pattern of the lone soldier. This is where one person in a team makes all the decisions. Now, in an exec team, that's typically the chief executive, and that feels completely natural and normal. That's what they should do, right? But what happens is, it means that not necessarily the best decisions are being made. Often debate gets stifled and data and insights from perhaps the quiet people, the reflective ones, don't get included. The second pattern is the silent dissenter. This is where it feels like there's agreement, but there isn't really. It could be for a number of reasons. It could be because the lone soldier pattern is stifling debate. It could be because there's a lack of psychological safety. It could be just lack of accountability in terms of what the cultural norms are. But what happens is that although in the room it feels like decisions are being made, when the silent dissenters get back to their departments, they might actively bitch about the decision that's being made, or more subtly, just not really action it. Maybe not even consciously, not even through active rebellion, but from a kind of world weariness of what's the point, there'll be another initiative along next week, so why bother? The last pattern, and the one that I personally find most intriguing and probably most disruptive, is the pattern of false harmony. So I'll often be called into a team and I'm told, oh, we're a great team and we really get on well. And people do, but what it's disguising is this false belief, and it is a false belief, that challenge is disruptive and negative. Conversely, the Olympic winning crew had this phrase, if you see something that's not as good as it could be and you choose not to raise it, you are helping us lose. And the challenge with the false harmony in organisations is that you've got conversations that they should have, which are simply not being had. And the result is poor decisions, poor execution, poor results. When we work with organisations to help their teams become high-performing ones, that work can take many guises. So, for example, I was working with the exec team in a financial services firm recently, and the first places we started with them was around building what we called team rules, like how we're going to get the best out of each other. So they had team rules such as debate, decide, united outside, being honest and open. And crucially, they were very, very clear about what specifically those team rules meant. Next, they looked at how they ran meetings. And we looked at the process they used to make decisions and who was making decisions. We actually sat in and gave live feedback during exec team meetings to help them up their game. And we also encouraged them to develop new habits, such as always having a little feedback session after an exec team meeting to reflect on what worked, what didn't, what would be better next time. And they also started to have one-to-one feedback conversations to get to a place where it was completely okay to say whatever needed to be said and hear whatever needed to be heard. So I wonder what elephants there might be sitting in the room of some of your teams, or especially your exec team. What those tap dancing elephants, those conversations that you should be having and are simply being avoided, what the impact of that is. And I wonder if you worked on creating high performance teams, especially at the senior level, how that would impact the quality of your decisions, the quality of your execution, and the quality of your results.